Hi, welcome back to today's episode. Why did I say episode? I mean video. So today, I just had what I was gonna say on the top of my head, but so today I'm at home, obviously. So it is going to be an at-home study day, studying for my exams that I have coming up in the next week is mock exams. The week after is another at-home study day like this, and then the third week is actual exams. So I'll be studying for that today, and then I'll be doing some coursework, doing some video editing for the YouTube video that is coming out before this, which is going to be a Q&A, getting to know me. And my guinea pigs will be in it. And also writing appointments down. But then also, I'm going to be making pizza. Gluten-free pizza for dinner tonight for me and my dad. My mum might have it for dinner, but we don't know. But stay tuned. Okay, so I've been doing some coursework for the past hour. So yeah, I'm really shit at this. I've got no energy today. My migraines have been playing up the past few days, so I'm my energy's just dead. But I need to get this work done. So I'm just gonna do some typing on my laptop. So let's get into it. And then I've got a few other little assignments to finish off this little course. And then yeah. But I'm gonna get this done, and I'm watching Farm Wants a Wife. It's not the new season. I really want the new season to come out because I'm just excited because there's one of the farmers that's going on, he lives 2 kilometers up the road from my grandma, and he's around the same age, and he went to the same school as my aunt. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, but I need to get this done, and my partner keeps on texting me, so I'm gonna put my phone on. Phone's going on mute. Yeah, I'm gonna get into this, so. Okay, finished my coursework, so now we're gonna start working on the pizza base so that it has time to rise and do its whole thing. So at 9 this morning, I did do my yeast thingy, but I have no idea what it's supposed to look like. So I do with warm water, yeast, and sugar like it's supposed to, and I've let it sit for 2 hours, and I just come out and stir it. On the walls of it, it's foamy, but the actual thing isn't. But yeah, I've got my mixing bowl, and I need to get my big spoon. Okay, so what do I need again? Okay, I'm gonna put the kettle on, get my oil, get my flour, get everything, all the ingredients, so we can make the dough. So I got all my ingredients. So to start off, I'm gonna get my little scale out, a little handy dandy scale, which I'm gonna wipe down because someone's been cooking before me and it hasn't been wiped down, so sticky. I'm just gonna rest my foot on my wheelchair. It's not a wheelchair, it's my office chair. Okay. So now, because this made 2 big pizzas last time, so I'm hoping this makes 4 little pizzas. So, roll up my sleeves. So I need 300 grams of gluten-free flour. I put a bit too much in, so I'm gonna try and scoop some out. This is gonna be messy, I can just tell. Okay. There we go, we've got 35 grams of flour in there. So now I'm gonna put my yeast concoction in. Okay. And I'm just, because we don't have an actual like thingy that like shakes out the salt, so I'm just gonna grind like 2 little grinds in. Yep, because I don't want it to be too salty. Okay. Now I need 2 tablespoons of oil. And then I need a cup of water, which has just finished boiling. So, 3, 1, and 2. Getting all the excess off of the thingy, putting it in the sink, and I'm gonna go grab my water. Okay, so I've got my cup of water, and I'm gonna pour that in. And now I'm gonna do a little mixery with my spoon. So yeah, mixing. You mix it until it's like a dough. So I'll be back when it forms a dough. Okay, so I'm mixing it for a good 2 minutes, and it looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is what I've got to do now is put a bit of oil on my hands and scoop all the dough out of the bowl and knead it. So this might end badly, but I have no idea. So this is my second time making this dough like this, following this recipe. So yeah, like I could be doing this completely wrong, but like I have no idea, because I do like cooking, but like I'm not the best cook, but other people will say differently. Because when I was in year 10, so year 7 I did cooking in school, but because of my anxiety it didn't end well, where I had to go outside for basically nearly every single lesson, and my teacher would have to do mine. So yeah, but I really like baking. That's me. I was just putting some more flour into it so it's easier to knead, which okay, so I'm going to focus on this and then I'll be back when it's absolutely needed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm really struggling. I'm back. Okay, so I'm back. And that was, that did not go the way I wanted it to go, but like, yeah, that's my dough. My dough. Okay, so I'm gonna put a tea towel over it and go put it in the sun for an hour. And I'm gonna clean up the kitchen and then I'm gonna go do some assignment work. When I say that, I need to study. So I'm gonna go put this in the sun for an hour and we're gonna get into cleaning everything up. So yeah, this is probably really hectic to watch and I am sorry about that. But that's just how life is. So the dough is up the front, just out the front there in the sun. So now I'm going to tackle cleaning all of this up. So, and then I'll get into study. So yeah, let's do it. Everything is cleaned up and I'm about to go do some revision, study revision on math, but I'm just gonna start making up the pizza sauce so that it can just sit, because I'll have to cut everything else up once I'm done. And I'm just gonna do the combination of these together quickly now, because I will have to do the whole cutting up of garlic and cutting up of onions, cutting up of pepperoni, and then I've got the pizza and then I got the pineapple. But yeah, so I need 175 of each combined between the two of these. So I'm just gonna get my handy dandy calculator. Which is 87 of each. So, and if I need any more sauce, I can just make it up once I need it. I'm just going slow with this because it is quite fast and I don't want it like that where it just went pew. Okay, so that is perfect. Just cleaning up all that sauce. And now I'm going, so that was my pet pizza sauce, which is tomato. And now I'm going in with my barbecue sauce. Because I don't know, but it's just me or not. But I like barbecue sauce. But last time I made this, it was a really nice combination. of the two. It is getting quite low, so I'm gonna quickly just press it all to the top with just a knife and just run it along to the beginning. And yeah, and just by doing that, I've just gotten that much more. And now that is all done, and I got 59 grams out of that. So I'm gonna see. This is the only other sauce we have for barbecue sauce, and it's gluten-free. So we're gonna just put a little in. So I am using 3 different types of barbecue sauces, and I only got a little bit more out of that one. But I don't want to use it all up and then us have no sauce. So that is it before I mix it, and I'm going to quickly mix it all up so it's all combined. So I'm just going to get a little teaspoon and just give her a little mixy mix. And make sure you do this well, because you don't want them, you want them combined so that you don't have the weird, or you can taste the difference. And that is what she looks like. I'm just gonna dab that off and just do a little test. That is good. I'm just gonna put that sauce in the fridge, and then I'm gonna go start studying. Okay, so I'm not doing English. This is my English booklet. So basically for the English exam, it's 2 hours. And I'm in my CIA, so year 12 exams. So it's written in, it's an unseen and seen. So yeah. So it's language, so I've got to identify language features and text structures in a written text or in a poster or something. And those are my 2 different things. And then I've got to write like this. Heaps of stuff. So I have been practicing for this for the past 4 weeks. So I am pretty confident in this. And then I got my business notes, which I've been working on all week. And I don't know if I can say this on here. But yeah, there's a lot going on at school with business. And I am the person doing mainly all the business work. And my 2 friends, Oliver and Ben, have been helping quite a bit. But my other friend, not so much. Which is fine. It's fine. So for one of our first ever practices, this is our math. It's area. So, but I don't have a second one of those to practice on. But then I've got a second one of these, which is full graphs and probability in that. And then I've got for practice, I've got a 2022 common interest assessment, which is a practice. And I've worked a bit on it. But for a lot of this stuff in here, I'm quite confused on. So I'll just work through some of this. Because if anyone knows how to do box plot things properly, please let me know. Because I am struggling. And then I only learned okay, before someone comes at me and goes, oh, you should already know this because you're in 12th. I was homeschooled. So I didn't have the full teacher thingy. I learnt a lot. But because of my dyslexia, I had to go over from year 1 math all the way back because I wasn't the best at math. So I didn't learn this. And I've only learnt this week. So yeah. Yeah. I have no idea about this question, but that's fine. Yeah, but I know a lot of the other stuff in that one. And then I've got the 2020 practice assessment, which I've done in my pink one, my pink handwriting, which I know a lot more because this was a lot of area in that. So yeah, but let's get into math. I hate math. I'll just say that I hate math. So I am not, okay, so I'm going to work in these 2 booklets today, and then I've got my little formula sheet, but then I'm also going to be looking up like formulas so that I can study them because I do need to know a lot of formulas. But for starters, I'm going to start up with this. So let's get into it. Okay, so I finished math and my brain, in general, my head hurts from all of that. Oh, my brain just hurts. And I've been having like really good migraines the past few days. That really doesn't help. So now what I'm gonna do is go through my diet. Like, this is where I write all my appointments, my schedule out, and I'm gonna go transfer stuff from a calendar on my phone to here. So yeah, and my brother's parcel came. Okay, and that's the timer for the pizza rising, but I'm gonna do this and then go check on it and then have lunch, and then do all the toppings, like cut everything up and have it all prepared. Because this afternoon, once my dad gets home, he's gonna help me get my little guinea pigs out of the cage so that I can do hugs. So yeah, let's get into this. It's not a long task, but sometimes it is. Just finished gumming through the soil and got everything done through till July because the end of July last week I have work experience, so I still have to organize that in the next 4 weeks. What else? The week before my payment is due for formal, and then in August 14th is when my formal is. So me and my boyfriend would be dating a year and 2 months by then. But yep, got everything written out for the next 2 months, so that is all good. Now I have to go through my camera roll and send in photos to go with my senior photo for the PowerPoint that is going to be getting played. So yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. So I'm gonna have a quick little look-see at some photos, and then when my parents get home tonight, I'll run them by my parents, and then I'll email them in because I need to have them done by the end of this month, but I keep on forgetting to send them in, so I need to do that soon. And then I'll go check on the pizza, like the dough, to see if it's risen, and then I'm gonna start cutting up everything and having lunch because it is 1:15. So hopefully this doesn't take me long, but yeah, I'll see you in a minute. So what I'm doing is quickly checking the dough. It is really, really windy, so I'm gonna step inside. It's windy. Okay, just checking. She looks good. So I'm gonna quickly grab all my toppings out, but I didn't show fully on that little clip what the pizza dough looks like. It's risen, which is a way better thing than my last batch. So I'm seeing improvement. So that's her. I'm just gonna grab it out quickly and just give it a quick little knead. It's not up. She out. Okay. Actually, I might just grab all the toppings out first and get them all prepped, and then I'll deal with my dough. Where am I gonna put it? Okay, I'll quickly grab all my toppings. Quickly run through all the toppings that I have grabbed. So we got our sauce of it that we've already prepped, and to go in that I've just got my garlic, which I'm gonna cut up really finely, and then I got my onion, which I'm gonna cut up half an onion and dice it really finely, and then I just have my pepperoni, which I've got 3 big slices in this, and then I got a whole another one, so cutting those up really finely. We got my cheese, and then we got our pineapple. And I find it really weird that some people do not like pineapple on pizza. I've grown up with having pineapple on pizza, so I love it. My partner, on the other hand, he thinks it's weird. And I'm like, you don't know what you're missing out on. Because he's never tried pineapple before last year. So before I went to Perth, we had a barbecue here, and he met my grandma and my uncle, and he tried pineapple for the first time, and he fell in love with it. But he will never try pineapple on pizza because he doesn't like fruit cooked. He doesn't think it belongs being cooked. He won't eat apple cooked whatsoever. So whenever we've had apple crumble, no, he won't touch it. And apple crumble is so delicious. So, but I'm gonna stop myself from yapping and do all this, and I'll be back. So everything is all ready. So now what I have, I'm getting really tongue-tied. So I've got all the ingredients and everything. I put the cheese back in the fridge, but I cut up a small bit of onion, put it in here. Cut up my salami, put it in this container. Got some pineapple, and this is all gonna go in the fridge with the pasta sauce that I've made. I do have stuff to wash up, but I've done the dough into pieces. So last time, because I just used my hands to pat it out, they weren't thin, they were really thick and they didn't cook all the way. So I've thinned them, and I've got 4 pizzas. Like, that is a lot of pizza for 2 people. Hopefully mom decides, oh yeah, I want pizza. So yeah, I'm just gonna double check that all of them fit in the thingy that I'm needing them to. Yeah, I'm just really concerned about the first one I made. Okay, they all fit. And then, because I just had leftover pizza dough, so I made a baby. It's just a baby. So that's all ready. I just have to run them through the oven for a few minutes, just so they're all crispy. Not crispy, before they're golden, so that when I put all my toppings on, it's not all gooey. And then put other toppings on. But then, yeah. So I'm gonna have lunch, do some video editing, and yeah. My brother's just got home, so this might be awkward filming stuff now. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen. Okay, so I've put the pizzas in just to cook the bases, and that's the 3 big boys. They're all done. I did it on both sides to make sure it was all cooked, and then the little boy, he is still in the oven on his second round to get the bottom side of him all done. But I'm going, when my dad gets home, we're going to do boy hugs and then, yes, my guinea pigs, and then we are going to make these pizzas up. And that is the time for that pizza to come out, so see you in a bit. It's pizza time. So I am going to make up the pizzas. So I've already cooked them. I did that earlier. But yeah, so let's get decorating. So I got the 4 pizzas under here. And yeah, I think the best way to do it is pizza by pizza. But we'll figure it out. Just like that, first pizza is done, and now I've got to repeat this 3 more times, so I'll do this and I'll be back. All 4 pizzas are done. So 3 pizzas have the sauce that I made, a bit of onion, pepperoni and pineapple, so they're the 3 big ones, and then we got one that's just plain sauce and cheese. And the little oven will be ready in a few minutes. So, yay! Okay, my parents really love dinner. We just had a family dinner where we just sat and talked. And my stomach is really bloated and hurts. But I'm gonna end out the video there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.